Hello and welcome to the third of 8 rounds in the 2018 FIM Maxxis Enduro World Championship. After northwestern Spain just a week ago, the paddock has decamped 600 kilometres south to Castelo Branco in central eastern Portugal. After being frozen solid in Finland and caked in mud in Spain, the riders now facing another challenge among the dust and rocks of Portugal. Expect the riders to be really made to sweat in the Iberian heat over the weekend. EnduroGP arrived in Portugal with a healthy lead in the EnduroGP standings, but never really got to grips with the dry and dusty conditions here. The Finn only able to take 8th place overall on Saturday and 4th place in E2, also saw his TM fall behind Salvini in the class standings. Defending EnduroGP champion Steve Holcomb not a happy bunny either, losing a little time with a Duff spark plug, which was replaced before the first cross test, but never rediscovering his mojo after that. 6th overall and 2nd in E3, but lacking the confidence to push his beta at the pace of the leaders. Matthias Bellino showed just how good he is on his World Championship return, the Frenchman running in the top 3 all day until the final lap, where he understandably lacked a little fitness. Still, the 2015 E3 champion delighted with 5th in EnduroGP and 2nd in E2. Fair to say, Bradley Freeman has been one of the surprise packages of this season's championship. Last year's junior champion just off the podium pace all day, but won the 13th and final test to finish in a strong 4th position, just 6 seconds off the top 3, and also took another 2nd place in E1. Christophe Nambertin is getting faster and faster at each race weekend. The Frenchman really getting to grips with his new gas, moving from 8th after 2 laps to 3rd in the final reckoning. And with that also taking his first win in E3 this season. A great boost for the team after their Spanish factory caught fire on Friday night. For Jamie McCanny, this was the day where he nearly took a maiden EnduroGP win for Yamaha, leading deep into the 3rd lap until a mistake on the Enduro section. 2nd, a great result though, with 4 E1 wins out of 5 thus far this season, despite heavy pressure from Freeman. Like a tube of Pringles, Salvini has discovered once you pop, you can't stop, ending his 3-year winless streak in Spain last week for Husqvarna, and again on the top step of the podium here in both EnduroGP and E2, despite a spectacular mishap on the 3rd extreme test.
It's the first heat of the season, so we feel it a little bit more, but definitely it's been a really good day for me. I did a big crash in extreme test where I lose about 20 seconds because I couldn't get up from the big steps, and I flip it back, but anyway I was able to manage the victory anyway. I'm really happy.
As a result, Salvini now closing in on the top of the EnduroGP standings. EnduroGP's rather average weekend continued into Sunday. The TM rider changing his approach a little on day 2, and as a result improved from 8th to 5th. Ground lost then in the EnduroGP standings, but 2nd in E2, perhaps of greater importance to the Flying Finn. Bradley Freeman's battle with Daniel McCanny for the E1 title looks like raging all season. The 21-year-old exceeding expectations here by claiming the first class win of his senior career, and losing agonising 0.69 of a second away from a maiden podium in EnduroGP on his beta. At this rate, he could even emulate British compatriot Holcomb in taking a world title in his first senior season. Christophe Nambertin's season is really getting into high gear now, sluggish in Finland and Spain, but he could have claimed a first EnduroGP win of the season here, just 0.2 of a second off the lead with 2 tests to go, but eventually demoted to 3rd by a hard charge in Salvini and also 2nd in E3. The battle for EnduroGP supremacy raged throughout. Day 1 winner Alex Salvini only 8th after the first lap, but rapid the rest of the day. A sequence of fast times seeing the Italian drag his Husqvarna back to within 3 seconds of the leader going into the final test. That leader, none other than defending champion Steve Holcomb. Shorn of confidence on the opening day, the Briton this time propelling his beta to 4 scratch times ahead of the final super test. And it was he that was sat in the box seat with just that one short stage left to go as he looked for a 2nd EnduroGP win of the season. So the scene was set, a packed crowd waiting with bated breath, and it was Holcomb to be the first of the two contenders to set a time for Salvini to beat. He would end up with the 6th fastest time on this test, but an agonising 2nd place overall with a second-class win of the season. What a difference 24 hours can make. Salvini, the last man on track, and he knew exactly what he had to do. The Italian, arguably in the form of his life and risking everything for the win, setting a scratch time to sensationally turn a 3-second deficit into a 3-second victory. That's now 3 EnduroGP wins out of 4 for the Husqvarna rider.
It's been an unreal weekend for me. I arrived at the last test 3 seconds behind Steve, and I goes in like all in, and yeah, everything went well, and I can say that this is one of my best victory in my career.
So Salvini once again on the top step of the podium, his form seemingly irresistible at the moment, and now heading the EnduroGP standings along with Eero Remes. Holcomb not far off the pace though, just 6 points behind in third, with Jamie McCanny lurking in fourth, 5 points further back.